This is tossing as a movement concept used by working people. I'm going to demonstrate a few tossing techniques, and then we'll talk about how to do these properly so that you are giving yourself the least risk of getting injured while doing something that involves tossing. I got a couple different objects. The first one is something like a rock, and I'm going to show you several different ways you can toss the rock. First is like a granny toss. The other one is sort of a side toss. I can also pick something up to the chest and then step and toss. I can also throw something over my head. Now, I can also toss an object that's a little more awkwardly shaped, like this stake. And this, I have to just make sure that I'm not going to whack myself with it and make sure that it lands in the place that I want it to. So I can sort of do a side toss and give it a spin. Or I can grab it from the end. Send it on its way. Tossing, I would also consider when you have something like a load of dirt or you're pitching some manure. I would consider that to be a tossing motion. When you let go of it, it's very similar to that side toss. It's a very similar technique. Now, with all these different types of tossing, there are a few things that are the same. In all, you want to use your whole body to use momentum to pitch it both accurately, powerfully, and efficiently. And that's what it's all about. It's about movement efficiency when you're doing this, especially if you have to do it very repetitively. The other key is to keep neutral spinal alignment. So I'm going to minimize the amount of twisting, especially from the lumbar spine, the lower spine. I'm going to try to keep my lumbar spine in a neutral position and use my shoulders and my hips to give me the leverage that I need to toss that object. And then the last thing is, I guess, to really focus on using your hips as much as possible, because that's where you're really going to derive most of your power. So when you're pitching, getting that extension through your hips, which will lead to generating the power that your arms will need to toss that object.